First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll run with the third-year man. It's Rachaad White. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Baker gonna hand it to White. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Here comes Otten in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the 1st down.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. Cousins gonna throw to start things. That's caught. Ray McCloud. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now the 2nd-year man out of Texas, Bijan Robinson. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Cousins out of the gun on third down. To the outside. Catch made by London.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On the ground, it's Robinson. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Levante David doing his work on defense. Second down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. To the right, that's Pitts. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And on third down, that ball incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And that'll set up fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. Here, the ball is thrown short. The idea is get the ball in the hands of your playmaker and let him pick up the rest with his feet. But you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
The Buccaneers offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. The drive begins with a run by White. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On second down, Baker. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
McLeod to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start with a short field looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Cousins. That's caught. It's Charlie Werner, the tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Trying the left side, here's Robinson. And he'll get forward to about the 42. It was Joe Tryon-Shoyinka able to bring him down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing now, Cousins. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Mayfield. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The give to White. Room to run at the 40. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. That is caught. He got Godwin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On 1st down, it's White. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. David Onyemata in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. To the goal line and in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Buccaneers. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Ray McLeod on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. Mooney in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Cousins. He'll get this to McLeod. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Cousins. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Throwing his Cousins. That's complete to McLeod. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. To throw is Cousins. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and
he will power his way into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense ready for this next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Mayfield. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. 3rd down coming up.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Jake Camarda now as he is on to punt for Tampa Bay. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Cousins to throw. Now, deep ball for London. And that is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these 2 guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Cousins out of the gun on third down. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he will have this at midfield. Forced out of bounds there. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
Nice grab there by Mooney, and plays like this are really the main reason why the Falcons made it a point to sign him this offseason. I mean, his talent has always been undeniable. He just has to find a way to stay on the field and prove it.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Cousins now on second down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Atlanta.
In today's game, Mike, we're so used to seeing everyone go for quarterback sneak in this situation. 3rd and inches, just let your quarterback kind of barrel forward and get a fresh set of downs. But a nice change up here, giving the ball to your back. Not only does he pick up the first down, but he gets plenty of yards after that.
On first down, Cousins. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bucs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. To the tight end, Otten with the grab. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Baker. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
A give, and here's White. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here comes Otten in motion. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That's his tight end, Otten. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
From the pistol, a give to White. And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They send Evans in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Cousins. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
2nd down, Cousins. intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. Seems like they got a little lazy. They got locked in on maybe 1 or 2 of the offensive targets. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to White. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They send Evans in motion. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch. Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Over the top, he's got it. Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He's got his man, it's Mooney. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The home team's offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Atlanta.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buccaneers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down. Third and 9. Once again, they keep it on the ground. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The home team's offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. McLeod now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Jordan Whitehead is there to bring him down. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Here comes 3rd and 6. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is 3rd and 1. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take it. The Buccaneers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White.
The ability to read and then react on this run. That was the key to this play here, Mike, for the linebacker. He's the run-through player, but when you hit it as fast as he does, the offensive linemen have no chance of getting off their combination blocks to account for you. You get through with speed in the backfield, and you take them down for a loss.
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
We see this week in and week out, Mike, these running backs in today's game, they really have the skill set of a wide receiver. So if you're going to guard him one-on-one and you know the offense is going to use him in the passing game, you better have that guy. You better have that matchup guy that you're confident to put on him and say, okay, you're going to go out there in space and defend a receiver like this. And after plays like that, I'm not sure how much more man coverage they can afford to play.
Here comes Otten in motion. To throw is Mayfield. under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Matthew Judon in there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They go play action with Cousins. Going for it all. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 37 yards.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser on a line accurately downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense, just turned out to be a better throw.
Here's 2nd and 6. Cousins. That's into the hands of Werner. After the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. And the defense has it. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle with White. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Baker to throw. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he'll be taken.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Throw on the run is complete.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll run over center with White. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Richie Grant up from the secondary to get in on that one. What can they do here on third down and 7? Throwing is Baker. And that is incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So now this team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Pitts is the man in motion. Cousins now to throw on first down. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, different than the college game, these offensive linemen, they're blocking for the run. But if that ball gets pulled, the pass option of the play, they're not allowed downfield. In the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one is caught by Mooney. He is in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run here. White, first down and much more. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They send Evans in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late down.
Contact up front. Can they get one of the defenders to jump? Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first they've got... And he will fight his way to the end zone. Rashad White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with 1st down. Now, Cousins. He'll get this to McLeod. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Pitts is the man in motion. They run over center with Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Play action now. It's Cousins. Open man downfield, that's London. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, he creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd. This is intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Baker going to hand it to White. And this will be a Bucs 1st down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now a toss left side for White. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On first down is Mayfield. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Throwing is Mayfield. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. He was looking for Rashad White out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
These are the type of plays that drive a coach crazy in the film room, and you have to learn as a quarterback to avoid. You can take some chances. You can push the ball downfield, but not only to pick up a couple yards. You got to pick your chances of when you want to be aggressive, and you got to make sure you make better decisions going forward.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. Taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, 2nd and goal. One more time, it's White. And he's got another one. Rashad White, touchdown Tampa. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air, and that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Oh, and he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. This team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let them keep it. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Would be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.